What's up, Transformers fans? I'm Mondo, back with another Moonbase 84 transmission. And quickly before we get into today's video, if you could just hit that like button, subscribe, and all that jazz, I'd really appreciate it. It's been a while since I've done an episode of my Transformers Then and Now series. That's a series I do where I look at an early version or a first version of a toy of a certain character, and usually I go through the generations as much as I can and show you all the versions of that toy. I am going to start switching that up a little bit, just because some characters just have way too many toys. So this is the first format where I'm doing that, but I'm doing a whole team. I'm doing a then and now of the first three Insecticons. So as you can see here, I have the original 1985 G1 releases of the Insecticon Shrapnel, Kickback, and Bombshell. And they are paired up with their latest toys, which was from the Legacy line. I believe just the regular Legacy and Evolution. None of them came out in United, I don't think. But of course, Shrapnel, Kickback, and Bombshell. And what I find interesting about these three of the original Insecticons is that their most current toys aren't that much different than their first versions of their toys that we got way back when. Hasbro seems to have gone for a if it's not broke, don't fix it type approach when making the newest Insecticons. And we'll go through each character and compare their first iteration to their most current. And we'll start in their bug modes. So here we have Shrapnel in his insect mode, his bug mode. And as you can see, they look very similar still to this day. The modern day definitely nails the past. One of the big differences, the original has chrome. Mine obviously is a little worn. It's age. It's old. And the other thing is the modern, as most Transformers, there's weapon storage. So besides that, but speaking of the weapons, they designed the modern one to definitely match the original, which I think is really cool. Again, that's chrome, aged chrome now. And you can see some of the chrome coming off and paint bleeding through, but that's okay. The bug modes are really cool. The newest one is a little bit bulkier, I'd say, but still a lot of the design aesthetics are all still there. The mandibles or whatever still can articulate like on both of them, but that covers their head, their robot mode head. But yeah, really cool. And how appropriate, I got a bug flying around during an Insecticon video. But yeah, look how close they came to matching the original. I mean, even the little feet sticking out here. The only thing they didn't match is the yellow on the underneath of that one. It would have been cool if they put wheels on the new one. Yeah, pretty cool. So we're going to transform him up into, both of them up into robot mode and check them out. And here we have Shrapnel in his robot mode. And once again, they didn't stray that far from the original, which I will keep saying throughout this whole video is pretty cool. What's also pretty cool is both modes look very similar, and even with today's modern engineering, they still transform pretty similar. The main difference is that the original's legs to get into insect mode slide in, where the new one, the Evolution one, is on a double hinge, and that is pretty close to being it. There's more panels here to cover up his face, but yeah, really cool. And as you can see, still retains a lot of the aesthetic from the original. One thing the new one does have is his legs, part of his legs for bug mode are actually guns. So you can unplug them and arm him up even more. So yeah, really, really cool. So that's Shrapnel, and there's that bug again. We are going to check out Bombshell next. So here we have Bombshell in his bug mode. Some kind of beetle. I think Shrapnel is too. I apologize, I offhand don't know the names of the two different insect species they are, but once again, the original or I should say the new Evolution one, the most recent one, looking very close to the original. Once again, in weapon storage. So the new one can, a Legacy Evolution one or whatever, can remove his gun. But once again, totally same vibe. The Legacy one a little bit bulkier in the back, just like Shrapnel, but all the aesthetics are pretty much the same. Just really, really cool. Get them in shot. Even the red stripe matches the sticker of the original, so that's really awesome. If I can get that bug away, drive. Even the back, well, this one the feet hang out, but still pretty close. I mean, I think it's pretty cool how close these guys are. And check once again. There's a side comparison. We'll do that. Pretty wild. Once again, obviously the originals are a bit smaller. And just like we did with Shrapnel, we'll check out Bombshell's robot mode next. And here are the Bombshells in their robot modes. And once again, the newest one retains most of the aesthetic of the original, which again is awesome. I forgot to mention, just like Shrapnel, the guns. This gun is definitely an update, even an update of this gun, which is cool. And just like Shrapnel, part of his feet come off, so you can, or his insect legs, I should say, so you can have extra weaponry. And you can, I usually plug them into his main gun, like so. Don't lose it. But yeah, let me get it. I'm flubbing on the camera. There we go, like that. I usually keep him like that when he's in robot mode. So there. So yeah, of course you get the added play value, and of course, because they're modern figures, you get way more articulation. But when you're comparing them, I mean, he doesn't have the paint on the head that the original does, but I like how you have the legs, both of the legs, insect legs up on the shoulders. Once again, instead of a slide, this Bombshell does the flip for insect mode transformation, where the modern one does the double hinge. But yes, again though, besides that, pretty similar in their transformation schemes, which is pretty cool. And now on to the last Insecticon, Kickback. And you know the drill by now. Here is Kickback in his, I know this, what kind of bug he is, grasshopper mode. We have, of course, the 1985 G1 with the Legacy. Once again, we have Kickback's gun from the original here, and you can use it for weapon storage to arm him up on the modern. And this time around though, Kickback comes, the modern one comes with these like energy swords, which I don't put on him until he's in robot mode. And once again, very similar, as you can see. This one definitely just is a scaled up and more intricate engineered version of this. And once again, the transformation, more so on all, out of all three, Kickback's transformation is the closest to his original, even though all of them are very similar. But yeah, there they are again. You can see some of the worn out chrome. But yeah, really cool. And we will transform Kickback into his robot mode, and you know the drill. We'll go through that. Also want to mention, Kickback is my favorite Insecticon. Most people are Bombshell or Shrapnel people, but I always love Kickback. And here are the Kickbacks in the robot mode. And so it's almost like a broken record at this point, but yes, once again, very dead on to the original, down to their guns. And I like this one, brings out the detail more. He has like the ammo drum, which the original does too, but it's not painted. But that is pretty cool, and all the aesthetics are there. And Kickback is also, none of these Insecticons, old or new, are hard to transform, but Kickback is by far the easiest. I did mention that the new one had extra accessories. He's got these blades you can put on the side, or he can hold them. I don't really like them, but I store them on him so I don't throw them in a bin somewhere. Maybe someday I will just put them in a bin. with my other accessories. But yeah, once again, pretty cool. The heads are different though. The new one, the head is more cartoon accurate, and then we got like a basic mask head for the original. But besides that, really cool. I think Kickback is the only one whose toy head didn't match in any way, shape, or form the cartoon, if I remember correctly. My memory's not the best offhand, but I think so. But yeah, also look really cool. So that is the Transformers Then and Now of the original trio of Insecticons, Bombshell, Kickback, and Shrapnel. Final thoughts, final overview, or whatever. I think it's both interesting and cool that Hasbro didn't break the mold when they redesigned the newest versions. They basically just took the originals, gave them some modern articulation, tweaked a very minimal amount of their transformation scheme, and I think they made something special with these iterations, because in a way, to me, it gives me like, the newest ones kind of give me like a Missing Link vibe in a way. Maybe not to the degree of the Missing Link Prime, but it gives me that Missing Link vibe where it's like I'm moving these pieces and I shouldn't be able to, look, because of the lack obviously of the original's articulation. Not quite to the degree of Prime. I'm not saying it's the same quality of the Missing Link, but it does have that vibe, kind of like the G1 Universe Legacy United I just reviewed. That even more so than these in a way, but you know what I mean. I just think it's really cool that they said, hey, we throw some articulation at the originals and tweak their transformation schemes a little bit, and we have really cool updated versions of the Insecticons, and that seems like what they did. I'm super happy with these guys. I love the Insecticon team. With that being said, tell me what you think. Do you like the Insecticons? Is there a then and now that you would like to see done in the future? And maybe I can make that happen at some point. With that being said, as always, thanks for docking.